Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this self-knowledge course. Um, well, um, as we announced, today and every Saturdays we are going to be having guided practices so we can put into practice the information that we are receiving in the self-knowledge course that we are bringing to you every Wednesdays and Fridays. And well, the purpose is that we mm, come along to make these practices, and so that we get to encourage ourselves to start practicing this knowledge, to start um, seeing the results of all this information, but in our own practical life. So, yesterday in the lecture about the mechanical creatures, we were talking about the practice of the retrospection of the day. And we were talking about how making this daily retrospection of every sins that we have lived in our day, we have the opportunity of finding all the mechanicality that we have, all the things that we are constantly doing every day, repeating the same actions, taking the same decisions, making the same mistakes, or because the same psychological defects manifest in us one day and the other, and we are just mechanical creatures, reacting always the same way before the same situations, right? So, today we are going to be making a small guided practice. In this practice, we are going to be seeing the retrospection of the day. Actually, the purpose of this practice, or this is going to be useful for us if we make the discipline of doing this every day. If we we take that time at night. It can be, I don't know, whatever time you want, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. You take a time and you make the retrospection of every part of your day, trying to find the mechanicality, trying to find all the psychological defects that make you react every day the same way, and start eliminating them. So this is the practice, and today we are going to be doing a 15 minutes practice. Together we are going to be practicing, and well, I'm putting the time here, and well, we are going to make the whole process of relaxation, of bringing the scenes that we have lived during the day. So make yourself comfort. Find a quiet place in which you can sit, and in which you can concentrate for those 15 minutes, so you make this practice with you. And as I was saying, the purpose is that you encourage yourself to do this practice every day. So, allow me just a second so I can put here. And well, if you have, as I always say, any question about the practice, you can put your questions there in the chat, and I will be gladly solving any question that you have. And if you watch this practice after the live broadcast, anyway, you can leave any questions that you have. And if you watch the practice not on Facebook but on YouTube, you can also leave your questions there or your comments on the practice. Okay, so let's see what is this practice going to be about. In yesterday's lecture, we were talking about the mechanical creatures. We were talking about how the law of recurrence is being processed in every moment in our lives. How we are doing the same things every day, having the same thoughts, having the same desires, having the same moods before the same situations, and reacting always the same way. And this due to the programming of each one of our psychological defects. We were talking about how We react with laziness before certain situations, for example, every morning, or how every day at lunch we have like the same mood, the same discussions, the same situations. Before someone who comes and is telling us something that we don't like, we react the same way. We have bad habits that we are repeating day after day. And well, we were talking that in order for us to make ourselves aware of how mechanical we are, it is totally necessary that we start self-observing. Only if we observe ourselves from moment to moment, we can get to discover how mechanical we are, how we always react in the same way, how our life is just like a wheel that is turning and we are repeating like the same things from moment to moment. We continue being the same people one year and the next year again. And when New Year comes, everybody says, no, this is going to be my year. Everything in this year is going to be different, better. This is going to be like my year to be a different person. But actually, it's not. It has nothing to do with the year. It has to do with you, with who you are inside yourself. If you don't change inside yourself, you can live many years and you're going to continue being the same sad person, the same anxious person, the same angry person, the same lustful person, etc., etc. And well, the key to change, or the first step to real achieve change, is self-observation. Because only when we start directing our attention to our inner world to discover who we are, what are we thinking, and why are we thinking this? Who is thinking this inside of me? Because we have many psychological defects. What am I feeling? And why am I feeling this? Who is inside of me feeling this? And that way we start discovering many things. We need to stop blaming others about our because of our reactions. We need like to take responsibility of the things that we are thinking, the things that we are doing, the things that we are saying, the things that we are feeling. We need to take responsibility. We need to know that the real culprits of everything that we do are our psychological defects, not anyone external. Because if we don't have the defect inside us, there is no one in this world that can make us react in a wrong way. So the real culprits that we are machines, that we are puppets, is our own ego. And the key is to start self-observing. So in this practice that we are going to do today, we are going to use this sense of self-observation in a reflective meditation, because this is sort of a reflective meditation. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we are going like to take 15 minutes for ourselves. We are going to sit down comfortable, and we are going to close our eyes, and we are going to remember everything that we have lived today until one day, but in a like in retrospection. From the moment, from this very moment, we are going to go back and back, remembering everything that we did, everything that we have experienced today, from moment to moment. What you did before being here, and what you did before that, and what you did before that, until you get to the moment in which you wake up. And the objective of this exercise is to make us aware of all those actions that we do mechanically every day, moved by different psychological defects. That you can discover how your anger always makes you do this. How is your laziness the one that always makes you react like this? How is your jealousy the one that always makes you do or think this? How is your sadness, your depression, your anxiety, your greed? How is your fear? The thing is that we get to discover all those secret like how can I say that? Like those secret oh my god, I cannot find the word in English for like sorry, let me see if I can find the word here. Um, no, I cannot find it. Yeah, like springs. Yeah, everything that has like certain springs that are the ones like are like making things being moved in us. So we need to find them, and that is what we are going to. That is what we are going to do today. We are going to find all those psychological defects, and we are going to be eliminating them to start freeing ourselves from our mechanicalness. If we take these 15 minutes and we make this retrospection and we get to find many of those psychological defects that we're manifesting today in our life, tomorrow we are going to have like an awareness about that. We are going to have a consciousness because we every time that we ask for the elimination of a psychological defect, we are setting free a portion of our essence. Yes, a small one, but it's a available portion of our essence, and that portion of our essence is going to bring us light. And tomorrow, when you are faced with the same situation, for example, at work, for example, in your, I don't know, with your children or with your husband or with your wife, whatever, you are going now to have the ability to observe that desire, to observe how the ego wants to make you go and react mechanically, and you are going to deny yourself to do so. And there you are going to continue practicing the psychological death. Okay, so this is the practice, and let's prepare ourselves to do this practice. First, we are going to start by cleaning the environment in which we find ourselves, cleaning it energetically. And we are going to sing for this the song of the Bellilian that we learned in the lecture number 7 when we were talking about the conjurations. And after cleaning energetically cleaning the space with the Bellilian, we are going to be closing the space energetically with the magic circle, right? And after that, we are going to make a request for assistance to the Divine Mother and our inner Father for them to help us in this practice. And after that, we are going to make a quick relaxation of our emotion, mind, and physical body. Then we are going to set 15 minutes to make this retrospection. And well, let me put here 15 minutes. And well, let's start by singing the Bellilian conjuration. You have it here. You can sing it along with me, and it would be good that you learn this song so you can like make this conjuration every time that you are going to be like alone, making your practices, and every time that you go to sleep. Remember, very important to clean and to close your space. So let's start. Let's concentrate in our heart and let's sing. Bellilian, 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 anchor of salvation, I would like to be close to you. Materialism has no power over me. Bellilian, 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 anchor of salvation, I would like to be close to you. Materialism has no power over me. Bellilian, 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 anchor of salvation, I would like to be close to you. Materialism has no power over me. Bellilian, Bellilian, Bellilian. Well, now let's close the space with the magic circle conjuration. And let's concentrate ourselves in our heart and let's ask our inner Father. Father of mine, Lord of mine, God of mine, I beg you, if it is your will, to command my elemental intercessor to leave from my body and draw a magic circle of protection around this place, in order to make it free from any evil forces. Now imagine how your Father commands your elemental intercessor. Elemental intercessor, elemental intercessor, elemental intercessor. Do your work in the name of Christ, by the power of Christ, by the majesty of Christ. Let's imagine how the elemental intercessor flows our space with the green light circle in a clockwise direction while we chant the mantra S 3 times. Great. Now let's make the request for assistance to our Divine Mother and our Divine Father. My Father, my Lord, my God, Divine Mother, I beg you, if it is your will, to assist me during this practice, to find in this retrospection all the psychological defects that are making me be all the time a mechanical creature. Allow me to free myself from these psychological defects and to awaken my consciousness. Well, that is just like a example. Actually, you can do your request with your own words. And well, now let's relax our emotion, let's relax our mind, and let's relax our physical body. And well, we are going to relax our emotion by inhaling deeply and slowly, retaining the air, and exhaling with sa. So we are going to do this like 5 times. Let's inhale deeply and slowly. Retain. Exhale. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Once again, inhale. Retain. Exhale. When you exhale, imagine how all that pressure, that emotional pressure is going out. Once again, inhale, retain, exhale. Once again, retain, exhale. Now let's relax our mind, and we are going to do so by trying to hear all the sounds around us, from the nearest one to the one that is like more far away. So let's try to imagine. Let's close our eyes and let's for 1 minute to listen every sound without identifying ourselves with them. We are just going to listen them and we are going to let them go. Okay, and now we are going to relax our physical body. It's going to be just a quick relaxation. We are going to try to feel every part of our body, and we are going like to relax it, to let it go. We can even command every part of our body to relax and to let go. You know, all the stress, every tension. Let's start by feeling our right foot, feel the entire foot. If you want, you can imagine how a bright light like feels all of your foot and relax it. Then you're going to feel all of your right leg. Imagine how that light like relax your whole leg. And you can mentally command it to relax. Now feel your left leg and imagine how that bright light is filling your leg and is coming up and filling all of your leg and command it to relax. Now let's relax our right hand. Let all of your tensions go. Let's feel the hand with the bright light and let's imagine how this bright light is filling all of our right arm and it's like relaxing it. You can command it to relax. Now let's relax our left hand. Imagine that bright light entering your hand and filling your whole arm and command it to relax. Now let's relax all of your buttocks, your genital area, all of your stomach. Feel all your stomach and your chest with this bright light and relax every part. The same, feel all of your back, your lower back, your upper back. Feel it with the bright light and command your back to relax. The same with your shoulders. Feel them with the bright light and command them to relax. Now let's relax our neck, then all of our head and our face. Let's feel all of this with this bright light and let's command our head to relax. If you feel that there is any tension in any part of your body, just feel that tension and command it to relax. If is there any psychological defect there making you feel any tension, ask your Divine Mother to eliminate it. If you're feeling any anxiety, ask your Divine Mother to eliminate it. If you are feeling any worry, any rush, at whatever, ask your Divine Mother to eliminate it and relax that part. Okay, now let's go ahead and to this retrospection practice. I'm going to set 15 minutes from now and let's close our eyes and let's remember the different scenes that we have experienced during this day. From this moment, we are going to make the retrospection until the moment that we wake up today. And while we remember every one of the sins that we have lived, we are going to observe what did we think, what did we feel, what did we desire, what things we did. We are going to see every word, every action, and every omission. We are going to try to find what was the psychological defect behind that thought, behind that emotion, behind that sensation, behind that tension, behind that desire, behind that word, behind that action, or behind that omission, okay? And every defect that you get to discover, you are going to uh, immediately ask your Divine Mother to eliminate it. And you are going to continue observing the sins and going in retrospection. I hope that you can find like a great amount of defects, but remember, the sense of self-observation is going to be like developing as you do these kind of practices. You start observing yourself and judging yourself, okay? So I'm going to set 15 minutes, and so let's start this practice. I'm going to turn off the microphone so the noises that I have around me do not distract you or disturb you, okay? Well, the 15 minutes have already passed. Now we can return to this moment. We can open our eyes and slowly move our fingers and our limbs. And well, this has been the practice of the retrospection of the day. I hope that you could find any or many psychological defects. And well, the idea is to do this practice every day to make progress in breaking those bad habits and breaking with the ego's mechanicalness, so that it is a consciousness that can manifest itself freely and spontaneously in every moment of our lives. That is the objective of this lecture. We like encourage ourselves to do this practice every day. And well, the next day, that is tomorrow, when we come and face probably the same situations or very similar situations, that now we have like the awareness and the power to not do what the defect wants, to deny ourselves to the desire of the ego. And if we do this practice every day, we are going to be seeing like precious results in the advancement and the awakening of our consciousness, and on breaking with our mechanicality. So this is the practice, and remember that a single moment in which one is conscious enough to stop being a machine, if it is done voluntarily, it tends to radically change many unpleasant circumstances. Remember that the objective of getting to know ourselves, getting to awaken our consciousness, is to achieve real and permanent happiness. Okay. So, well, people, this has been today's practice. I hope that it is helpful for you. And, well, I want to invite you tomorrow. We have the Phase B lecture, in which we are going to continue studying the Dante circles. We are going to see the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th circles. And, well, we are going to continue Wednesdays and Fridays with the Phase A lectures. And every Saturday, we are having this set of guided practices. I hope that this is helpful for you. And, well, thank you very much to all of you who were here today. And see you the next time. Ciao, ciao.